Made in Hollywood.
The visual effects supervisor oversees the entire creative and technical process of producing computer-generated visual effects for a motion picture. John Knoll earned a degree in film production from the University of Southern California. Mr. Knoll joined Industrial Light and Magic as a technical assistant and has served as the visual effects supervisor on such projects as Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol and all 3 of the Star Wars prequels.
This is John Knoll, visual effects supervisor and executive producer on Rogue One. You're watching Made in Hollywood. Please enjoy this scene from Rogue One.
Jin, whatever I do it to protect you. So you understand?
I understand.
You served as an executive producer, but I think you also had double duty. You had a second role as well. What was that?
Actually, triple.
Triple?
So, yeah, I pitched the original story. So the original story of this came from a pitch I did to Kathy. I was executive producer and visual effects supervisor.
Like most filmmakers, I think that you grew up loving Star Wars, and that was actually the reason why you wanted to go into film. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was 14 when first Star Wars came out, and it was, a revolution. It was really unlike anything that had come before it, and was tremendously exciting and ushered in a new era of technically ambitious, story-ambitious fantasy adventures, where suddenly it seemed like all kinds of new stories were possible. And that led me pretty directly into, all right, well, this is really where I want to be.
Can you be trusted without your shackles?
Let's just get this over with, shall we?
We've a mission for you.
When was the point in your life where you were like, I can do this for a living?
In May of 1978, so about a year after Star Wars came out, my dad had a Society of Nuclear Medicine conference in Anaheim, and he brought my brothers and I along from Michigan, where we grew up. And I'd been reading about how a lot of these films were made, and I'd read a series of interviews with a lot of the folks at ILM who'd worked on the original film. And just out of curiosity, in the hotel room, I picked up the phone book and saw that Industrial Light and Magic had a listing. So I called up and I got Grant McCune on the phone, who was the head of the model shop. And I'd been, as a hobby, building models, and I'd gotten reasonably skilled at it. And I said that I was a model maker and I was interested in working in the industry. And he said, well, why don't you come on down and we'll show you around. And so next day, my dad drove me up to Van Nuys, where ILM was at the time, and dropped me off in the morning, and I spent the whole day, picked me up in the afternoon. And boy, it's one thing to read about these things in a magazine, but to witness them in person, where you see people that come into work and they are building models over here, and they're shooting them on the stage over here, and they're doing composites on an optical printer over here. It makes it very real. You can sort of imagine, well, I could be one of these guys. I think I found my people.
A major weapons test is imminent. We need to know how to destroy it.
Once you became a visual effects supervisor, did you feel like you needed to get any more formal education or training, or do you just continue to learn on the job?
Well, I think learning on the job is the best way to do it. When I got into the industry in the first place, I did go to a film school, but they didn't teach visual effects of any kind. So all of this is kind of self-taught and kind of learned through experience.
I feel like that would be really hard. You just have to teach yourself visual effects. And even to this day, right, you're still constantly learning new things.
Oh yeah, it's if you're ever not learning, then, I don't know, it's a missed opportunity.
If you're really doing this, I want to help.
Good.
Good.
How hard do you feel like you have to work at your job daily to be good at it and to succeed?
We work hard here, but it's something that we enjoy doing. So it's not really a sacrifice to work hard on something like this, because you get a lot of satisfaction out of it. And it's an energizing environment to be in, because I'm surrounded by some of the most amazing talent in the industry here. And everybody feels a sense of wanting to rise to the standard that everybody else has set. So we're trying hard to do our best, because we're around these amazing artists. We want to live up to that.
There isn't much time. Every day they grow stronger.
Are there any other characteristics that they need to have to really succeed in the entertainment industry?
Well, this is a team sport, so you have to be able to work well with others. So to do an effort like this takes hundreds, thousands of people even. So There's all of that teamwork of being able to work together as a unit, and to, when you have an idea, how to make your case, to pitch your idea, try and convince other people to come along with you.
Are you with me?
All the way.